avoid legal snacks by telling people they're being recorded. Hey, John O'Grady, you're being recorded.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back, guys. Another episode of Talkmen Tuesday. Today we got a special guest. Sawyer is currently really busy wedding planning, so he's probably not gonna be on the podcast for probably the next 3 weeks. Weddings are very important in your life, so it takes a lot of stress, a lot of planning.
It's a big
So
moment.
definitely. Oh, but don't worry, we got John O'Grady. Okay, before we get started, we actually have already been on the podcast before, like the very first episode. Oh,
We're
okay.
back for good.
For anybody who doesn't know you, give us like the little. Who is John O'Grady? The little, let's say, first episode story time. Like a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I grew up in Indiana, went to school there, high school and college. After college, I traveled around the West, working random jobs. Moved to Europe to teach English. Spent a year in Prague, Czech Republic. Then went to India and Vietnam, and came back here and worked a variety of different jobs. And today, I find myself as a plumber. I'm
Oh,
working for Hope Plumbing.
that is a freaking good, interesting story. John O'Grady, this is
It's
one
been
of
a
my
ride.
friends.
Yeah.
All right, before we get any further, we have like this intro for like 20 seconds, but like I'm really bad at editing. So like what I do is just like we're gonna go silent for 20 seconds, okay? So I do as very minimal editing as possible, and
Oh,
just overplay the intro into it, okay?
I could show
So when
you
I
some
say
video editing tips, man. I've been doing a ton of that lately. Chop up
uh
sections of the video, and then you can overlay other sections with background noise. Oh yeah,
uh-huh, this is the easiest way to do it because then I just like overlay the audio and that's it. So when I say roll that intro, we're gonna like stay silent for like 20 seconds.
all right,
You cool
all
with
right.
that?
I
All
can
right.
do
Thank you, Grady.
it.
Roll that intro.
Has it been 20 seconds yet? I gotta get some water.
And we're back. Oh, Grady, you last like 5-10 seconds. And
Yeah, I
then
guess so.
we're are the 10 seconds up. Boom. But yeah, we met. Uh, let's see. We're trying to bring back of like what do we know from like the past podcast. I guess we do like how have you been?
How have I been? I've been better. I've also been worse. And 2020 has been an interesting year so far. I'm really enjoying my new job. This new job, I'm working for Hope Plumbing as a drain technician. I'm clearing drains, clearing main lines and branch lines, and I've learned a ton about infrastructure and plumbing in the past 6 months. So,
Oh, pretty interesting, huh? Oh yeah. By the way, guys, I asked O'Grady to be on this podcast in like the last 5 minutes and 10 minutes, and he was up for it. Oh,
caught me at the right time, my friend. You caught me at the right time.
hey, thank you, O'Grady, for doing this. Appreciate it. Um, but yeah, I don't know why I've been like trying to reach people and be like trying to catch up. It's weird. Maybe because like Sawyer's wedding is coming
Good.
up,
Yeah,
and but yeah, because time flies.
it
Like
does. I
what?
don't know where it goes.
Last time we talked was probably just through text or when you posted a YouTube video. And then last time we had like an actual conversation was like the last podcast. Oh,
Which was months ago, right?
probably about a year ago.
Mm.
Close to a year ago.
Oh, you were back in Indy before. I saw you in Indy once. Was that more than a year ago? Was that
Yeah.
a little over a year ago?
Was it? I think so. Cause
You were coming back
yeah,
from a trip in Atlanta. With the Awakening group, right?
Uh-huh.
How did
I'm
that
trying to
go?
think of whoa. I'm trying to think of like when was that one? I think that was probably 2 years ago. 'Cause I don't think I've done one for like 2 years. More than 2 years.
Okay, okay, nice.
Now I'm gonna like try to like search up a photo real quick. It's like timeline of like when that was. Alright, do you have any interesting funny stories in the meantime? Uh what was it?
Interesting, funny stories.
Or just funny stories? Oh, what's the weirdest thing you've learned as becoming a plumber?
The weirdest thing I've learned since becoming a plumber. Uh, Infrastructure is really important. I don't know. There's I don't know. It's not really a weird job. It's very straightforward um, and it's a dirty job.
Uh
It's a dirty job, but I can't think of anything that's weird about it. Um, I don't know.
oh. Okay, so I see photos of January 2019. So I guess that's less than a year ago. So I had that podcast, and then we saw each other in Indy. Okay,
Oh,
so that's
nice.
not
So,
too bad. Boom. So, yeah, we probably saw each other in January the beginning of this year. Huh. Wow. Okay, sorry. Well,
time
yeah.
flies, man. Time flies.
um, my dad's actually working with basically a lot of contractors, plumbing, electrician, and like plumbing and electrician is just like what every building needs. Yeah, to get it going. Are you thinking about starting your own business anytime soon, or just like going with it right now, learning everything you can?
Going with it right now, learning everything I can.
Uh,
There is so much to learn, and I'm a long ways off uh, from knowing enough to successfully run and operate a business in this particular trade.
mm-hmm.
I'm still climbing the mountain. I gotta summit the mountain, and then I can, in my idea, in my mind, start a business successfully.
Uh, that was what's so cool about you that like you started a business in high school, lawn mowing business.
Yeah, that was an easy business to start. Very easy to get into. Low cost of overhead, uh, and we were able to invest more into the equipment as we needed. It was very profitable at the time, and it's a good experience.
Oh.
Yeah.
High school kid having their own business, definitely a lot of money as a kid.
What was that? I didn't catch that.
I was like definitely a lot of money as a kid, like in high school,
Oh yeah,
just mowing.
yeah, it's a great job. Way better than any uh, part-time minimum wage position.
Mm. Huh. Guess what I'm gonna see this upcoming? Yeah, this upcoming weekend. Wow, I'm gonna see Sawyer and them. Sawyer, Mark. I don't know who else. Probably Chad and them. But yeah, I haven't seen Mark
Sure.
in a while.
Nice. That'll be good to see everyone.
Mm-hmm.
How have you
All right.
been, man? How's everything on your end? Are you still you're still in Champaign, Urbana? Is that right?
Yeah, I'm in yep, Urbana, Illinois. Working for my parents' business. We're currently dad's building the new store, so I'm basically running the current store, and he's like the project manager of the new store.
Huh.
So he's
Okay.
working with all the contractors and whatnot. Because project manager would handle everything, but they would also cost us a lot of money. He would just wanted to take that on, of just
Yeah,
like
for sure.
the
If you
project
could do it
manager.
yourself, you might as well.
Um,
That's
I think it's
exciting. That's
just
got to be a big project going on. That's sounds good, man.
mhm.
I hope it goes well.
Thank you. Yeah, it's taking longer than expected, but it's construction. Like you think they tell you a certain time span or like a certain length, and one thing like dominoes effects to like another to make it last longer. But we're hoping if all goes well that we'll open up by like early November, late October.
Nice.
We're
Okay.
hoping.
There we go.
um, basically, we're telling people that we're moving soon and giving them a heads up. Yeah.
I'm sure they appreciate that. Good customer service.
How are your siblings doing?
They're good. Steven's in Miami and working, same as always, with Newport News shipbuilding. Carolyn's in San Francisco
Oh,
working with Pepsi.
that is so nice. The only thing like I can think of bad in San Francisco is probably the rent. Other
Yeah,
than that, it's
uh,
gorgeous.
definitely. I mean, it's exciting being there. I'm sure it is. No doubt about it. She's enjoying it.
All right. Oh, also, you started a YouTube channel, right? You can plug that in right now. What's your YouTube channel name?
Off-road weekend warrior.
What is it about?
Motorcycles, specifically dirt bikes, racing off-road, riding off-road, all kinds of different terrain, having fun, being safe.
How'd you get into? How'd
Yeah.
you get into dirt bikes?
My dad brought home a Suzuki 250 Enduro when I was like 10 or 12 years old. He kept it at the gas station, and on Saturdays he would teach me how to ride it around the parking lot. And I would learn how to use the throttle, the clutch, and modulate the throttle and the clutch, and make sure I could get it going safely and smoothly, and then stopping it, and just working on those basics. And then with some of the long money, Steven and I invested in two Yamaha TTR 230s. Those were good basic bikes to learn on. Hit the
But I'm
trail.
wondering how much do basic bikes cost?
You're looking at least $3,500.
Oh,
And
good thought.
for double that amount, for twice that much, you can get a much better bike with better suspension, a better engine. Yeah, lighter, stronger. They make some good bikes these days.
Okay. So you learned everything, invested in some bikes, and you just like loved it right away, or like grew to enjoy it.
I pretty much loved it right away. It was just a lot of fun, and it was always an adventure, especially after we bought the Yamaha TTRs. It was such an adventure. Every day on the bike was an adventure. And then when I upgraded to the bike I have now, which is much faster, a 14 KTM 350, then it became electrifying. I was really good and confident that I could go fast enough and hit stuff hard enough to get a real good adrenaline rush going, and also be safe with it at the same time. No broken bones to date. Knock on wood.
It's always good.
Yep.
I always forget how like dangerous these sports are, like dirt biking or what's another one? It's not. It's like it's not skiing. It's like when you go on the lake and you're like, what is that called? Like on a boat and like
Water skiing?
water
Or
skiing. It's probably water skiing.
yeah,
I forget how dangerous that is until I hear somebody like break something. I'm like, oh yeah, that impact must have been really hard.
it was a
Yeah.
slap the water hard. You go fast and whew.
I have a CrossFit coach who like she has a cast for her. I think for her ankle or like some part of her lower leg. But yeah, she's like, I'm like, what happened? Like water skiing. I'm like, I don't know why I always think it's like a relaxing moment, but then that reminds me, like, no, it's actually a dangerous sport. You can get injured. But like you said, no broken bones for you, so that's good. When was the last time you went on your dirt bike?
Yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, this weekend was the first weekend I had off in like 3 weeks. I worked 19 days straight. It's the longest time period I've worked without a day off since I graduated Purdue. And it felt good. It felt really productive. Put in a lot of time into that, and so I really enjoyed the weekend and made sure to ride my bike.
So you're living in India right now, right?
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Hope
Yeah,
Plumbing.
with huh?
Hope Plumbing is right in Broad Ripple.
Ah.
Service an hour outside of Broad Ripple. So sometimes we're outside of Indy, but most of the time we're right in Broad Ripple.
Mm. Yeah, I heard Broad Ripple's really a good neighborhood, like a very wealthy neighborhood at least. It's like the spot to be, especially for young people.
It's like a exciting neighborhood. That's how I would describe it. A lot of our generation lives there. There's a lot of nightlife there. I would not say that there's a bunch of money there. In fact, most of the homes are really old, and we make a really good. We have got a great business plan around servicing all of these really old residential homes. The infrastructure is crumbling, and there's ample opportunity to fix it.
Oh. So would you say it's an up and coming neighborhood then? It's like the spot to be because of the young people there.
It's one of the spots to be. This and Fountain Square are great neighborhoods for young guys like us to be in.
Oh. Because I remember after graduating, I was like, well, I should move. I looked into Indy and like the places to be in. Like, yeah, Broad Ripple would always be popping up.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Like, the nightlife.
Yeah, I guess so. It's kind of dead right now with COVID, and nothing's really open. But yeah, back before COVID, there was, the bars were open and you could go out and grab food and drink. And, it's just a nice neighborhood too. The Monon goes right through it.
Yeah.
So you've got miles of trails right there.
How's your social life, O'Grady?
Right now, non-existent.
Same. If it wasn't for this podcast, it would be hard for me to like talk to friends on a daily basis, like Snapchat streaks. I talk to people, and then this podcast helps me communicate with like Sawyer at least once a week.
Nice. There we go.
And then CrossFit too. CrossFit.
Oh, good. Yeah.
But since my sister got like another job, so she doesn't work at the store for like Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and I work there. I try to go to CrossFit like at 5:30 a.m. and in the morning. Here's the honest truth. In the morning, I'm like, go to CrossFit. It's like 4:50. Alarm set at 4:50. Wake up, and I always have this battle: CrossFit or 2 more hours of sleep. CrossFit or 2 more hours of sleep. And today, I chose 2 more hours of sleep. Tomorrow's a new day.
Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's always a new day.
Last week, I think I went 3 days out of the week or 2 or 3. I don't remember. But this week, I'm trying to go 4. That's the goal. Nice. I already lost 1. So I have to go for like the rest of the days to make it 4. We'll see how that goes.
Good goal, man. That's a great goal. Is this CrossFit program like physically taxing to the point where it affects your ability to perform like at the store for the rest of the day?
It makes me sore for sure. At least, especially like 2 days afterwards. That's when I'm the most sore. But yeah. I like the feeling, because like when you wake up, you always feel like that grogginess or whatnot. And it usually takes like 15, 20, maybe half an hour to like get over it.
Yep.
With CrossFit, you get through that phase during the workout, and now it's like after that, you're like fully awake, and you're like, I just had a workout while everybody's like barely waking up. I'm like good to go. So I like that part about it, because like it's a struggle to get up and do it, but once you do it, you're like glad you did it. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, man. Good. It is. It's a great feeling. I like doing that with running in the morning. So if I wake up half an hour early and I go for a 3-mile run, starts my day off great. I love it.
I like how you just like made 3-mile run like casual. Yeah, 3-mile run. I'm like.
It's because it is casual. 3 miles is nothing. It's a walk in the park.
I think I went like a week or 2 without like working out, and I tried like a 1-mile run, and now I was like,
good.
And it was like 12-minute mile. And yeah, I was like, dang, I am out of shape. But yeah.
Well, you know what? You're out there. You're sending it, and that's what matters.
What's your mile time, O'Grady?
Today it'd be like 10 minutes.
Okay.
And that's if I'm sprinting.
Is it? No, it's not. I feel like you're definitely a lot faster. No, you've done marathons. Yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know
yeah.
why.
It doesn't take a fast runner to run a marathon. It takes a slow runner that can run for a long period of time. That's what I am. I'm a slow runner. I can run for a long period of time.
It makes sense. Good point of view. Huh.
But there are also guys that are fast runners that can run for a very long period of time, and they're the ones that win.
Yeah, that's cool. Huh. So, does O'Grady have a lady in his life?
Not currently.
Yeah. I was like, well, I guess the no social life kind of gave it away. And I'm like, well, yeah. I guess the only way
Yeah,
you'd
that's
find
definitely
somebody
part of that.
would the only way you'd find somebody is like probably through work. Then, if you have like no social life but just work.
Yeah, that or online.
Good
Reach
point.
out to a dating app or something, and it's real convenient these days to do that. And I'm working all the time, and there's COVID out right now, so going to the bars is limited. Uh, but yeah,
Tinder added the option to FaceTime, like video FaceTime your
oh
matches. So you can have like, I guess you could basically have a day on Tinder with FaceTime. And like, that is definitely intriguing. And and it's at least even sometimes better than the in-person date, because if it's not going well, both can be like, okay, I gotta go, bye.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
So
It's yeah, you can do that with coffee pretty much too. You go grab coffee and it's like make small talk for a few minutes, get to know how the other person is. You can
so
like do it
coffee,
before work or something, early in the morning.
coffee or drinks are always that a good spot to go, rather than like, hey, let's have a dinner as a first date.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because the dinner is kind of more serious, unless you go to like a fast food place, but like Chipotle or.
Uh-huh. Huh.
How about you? Any ladies in your life?
Uh, yeah, no. Social life, yeah, there's no social life.
Okay, well,
I guess
you
now it's
got
acceptable
CrossFit.
because
You're
of
socializing there. That's a good place to go.
wait, say that one more time.
CrossFit. You got
Uh,
CrossFit going. That's a good place to socialize and meet new people. I'm sure that's a good place to go.
I remember somebody said from like my CrossFit classes too, is like, dude, do you have a social life? I'm like, no. Like, basically the only way you're gonna meet somebody is like through CrossFit or work. I'm like, yeah, probably CrossFit, because that's probably the most time I'll spent with people outside of work. Like every
Mm,
day, an hour, every day, an
mm.
hour here and there. So yeah, but we'll see what happens. By my age, my parents already had 2 kids. My
Wow.
dad's waiting for grandkids.
I can't imagine having that right now. It's just like, yeah, I am not ready for that. No thanks.
My dad's praying that he has grandkids soon. And like, with what time, Dad? We have no time to socialize.
Yeah, you work me like a dog.
He's like, I'm just praying. I'm like, I don't think it's gonna work out. It's not. Like,
It's
what
funny you
time?
bring that up, man.
But he's praying, and then the always family joke is my sister's like, obvious, like, you better go with my brother because there's no hope for me right now. And I'm just like smiling. I'm like, okay. Uh,
Get out there and get you some.
yeah. Do you have any? Yeah. I was
You're
gonna
in
be
a
like,
college
yep.
town, aren't you? Champaign, Urbana. Is there like a Catholic church there, a nice community that you could get a part of?
I guess so.
You could get back involved with that. You're like,
Huh.
I remember you being real involved with that back in college, and that was, you were really good at that. That was something that you clearly enjoyed and were really good at.
Yeah. I was really involved with like the Catholic Church. But that was also after I was really involved with like the fraternity, community service events and whatnot. Basically, I don't know. I enjoy having something to do, keep me busy. Like, it's weird. My relaxation is me being busy. I found somebody else who was like that too, and I'm like, I get that. Like if I have nothing to do, like I feel like I'm stressed. I don't know why. It's weird.
Your conscience weighs heavily upon you. Is that right?
I don't know. It's like, uh, I feel like I'm more relaxed. I don't know what it is. It might be my conscious. Um, I don't know. I probably need to dig into that. But yeah, if I have like nothing to do, I'm like, there should be something to do because
Yeah.
there's so many things to do. What am I doing right now?
Well, here. What about this, Angel? What's a book you've read recently? Have you read any good books lately?
Uh,
Hey, remember when we used to be roommates in college?
hmm.
We
Oh
both
yeah.
moved in that that same semester into Pike.
Hmm.
We painted the room. We tore everything out. We painted the room. And what else did we do? I don't know. That semester flew by. That was one of the best.
Okay, so you and me pledged fraternity Pi Kappa Alpha, and the following semester we both decided to move in because we were both sophomores
Right?
and eager to live in the house of fraternity with what 50 other guys, 60 other guys.
Yeah, something
We
like
thought it
that.
was awesome. We had that like neo rush, like that neo high of like being a new member and just
Oh
like
yeah,
wanted to have the full experience. I
definitely.
loved it. Yeah, I really liked it.
Yeah, yeah, me too, man.
I'm trying to think of what we did in that first semester. That's like appropriate for the interwebs. Let's see. I guess. Ah, I
Bless
guess
you.
our room was the place to be for our pledge class since nobody else was living in,
Yeah, yeah, I'm sure it was.
and so they were way more comfortable with us than any of the other guys. Yeah,
Yeah. Wow. Those were
that
some
was
years, man.
what we pledged 2012, 8 years ago. 8 years ago.
Wow.
And then we moved in 2013 because it was fall 2012.
Wow. Can't believe it. That was like almost 10 years now. Wow.
Ooh, I saw Chris Young in like during the summer
Oh.
at the we went to like a lake house for Sawyer's bachelor party. And then like I don't know why, but me and Chris Young like, both talked about our pledge class and we were like, who was in our pledge class? We couldn't remember all the names. So we went to like McGowan and it was like, who was in our pledge class? And yeah, none of the guys knew. We were like, we don't know. Like, check the
I
group.
love it. There were too many guys to count. It didn't matter either. Anyway,
uh,
you remember the good ones and move on with the rest of your life.
yo, because we had like 18, but then like slowly trickling down and whatnot. It was good. And then um, Chad was thinking about having like a Pike reunion like in Las Vegas or something because the older alumni would talk about it and they would do it like once a year type of thing and just like have it set.
Huh.
I think we kind of talked about it when we were in college, but it's just always so hard to do and like have a certain weekend. But it'd be really cool. Just like have like a Pike reunion, and of course, I feel like everybody would be like in their own little groups, but then at the end like have like an event or something together.
Yeah, that became nice. Yeah. Something like the golf tournament, we had the golf thing going on back in the summer. That was nice.
Yeah, something like that, but with more, I guess, involvement in it. I don't know.
Involvement where? In the outdoors or the bars?
A little bit of both.
Yeah,
Like
you can't go wrong
if
with
people
that.
don't like if people don't like to like play golf, like what else could they do? Like if like there's like a pool table or something, like because people would enjoy like swimming and grilling, things like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, I'll bet.
Just basically other options other than golfing, which bars could be a good one or something with like different games. Oh, yeah. What's I want to see. Okay, if you had like, if you're meeting a girl for the first time, what would be like one story to like break the ice? That'd be like funny that you would like tell some, say to your girl.
Hmm.
I'm trying to
Uh,
think of what mine would be.
I'd probably ask her for like a travel story or some kind of experience of her life that was filled with adrenaline and adventure and excitement, something like that. I don't know.
Oh. So what would yours be? What would be your travel story that was filled with adrenaline?
Uh, One of the first things that comes to mind was this trip to Bergen, Norway. I took. I was backpacking through Scandinavia, and I met these um, two Dutch guys in a hostel in Bergen, Norway, and
Uh
I
huh.
ended up tagging along with them as we backpacked our way through the backcountry of Norway,
Uh huh.
and um, made it to what they call Trolltunga. It's this big rock ledge. It's overlooking a fjord. It was absolutely spectacular.
Hmm.
So beautiful.
Because a lot of people are backpacking in Europe, aren't they?
Yeah, there's a lot to see there. A lot of variety in a relatively close area.
Huh. Now that I think
Did that
about
answer
it,
your question?
huh?
Did that answer your question? I'm kind of
Yeah.
tired. Okay.
All right. I usually end this podcast with a question of the day, and that kind of
Ooh,
like summed it up too.
what's your question of the day?
I'm like, oh, ah, it's gonna be like I would either use that one or what do you want more people to ask you? What would you want more people to ask you? Or like
What would I
just in
want?
general.
What would I want more people to ask me? Uh, if I can fix their plumbing for them. Ah, give me that business.
Ah, I like the first question of like, what would you say if, what would be like the first question you would ask somebody you'd be attracted, like a girl you'd be attracted to? Like, what would you basically? What would be your pickup line?
Um, I don't know. I think it depends on the situation of the scenario. It really depends on. There's a lot of variables that go into that. If there was something that she was wearing that I found interesting, I could ask her the story behind that. Or perhaps there's something she's doing, or there's something around her that I can comment on and build on. And I generally am. I'm terrible at flirting. Um, Absolutely atrocious. I always have been. It's not a skill I've really mastered. Um, However, my usual go-to is to make conversation about something that can be built upon and potentially relatable.
Oh, already going with the personalized choice.
What's that?
Make it personal. Like, oh, Grady's, you're going with like the personalized comment. Like,
Yeah,
what would
yeah, definitely personalized for the particular individual, environment, scenario.
makes sense. I don't know what comes to my mind right now. It's probably this is based off a TikTok video. Which was to like go up to a girl, um, compliment her in like
Yeah,
a
Mary.
personal.
Okay, I'll see you later.
Boom. But yeah, compliment a girl and then just like walk away. And she
What
was
would
like,
that achieve for you? Well,
"Huh?
yes, that would, it would give her the notion that you liked that thing. But what, I thought the end goal was to get to know her or pick up her number.
That would be so later in the night. Hopefully, she would either want to talk to you or either like somehow catch up later in the night and start the conversation.
Oh, so like you're at a
It's just
party.
like the teaser for
Okay.
her. Basically, it's a teaser for her to like start thinking about you, and then somehow you guys either catch up later, which is always that risk that might not happen, but it might.
Okay. Yeah. If that works for you, that works for you.
But that's always at risk. All right, we'll end it there. But yeah, thank you, Grady, for coming by.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's always a great time to like, catch up with you.
Yeah. It was a good time to catch up with you too. Um, again sometime for sure.
Do it again. All right, well, guys, thank you for listening. We'll catch you next week on another episode of Talkmen Tuesday. Bye, guys.
See you, Angel.